Hi everybody, this is Tina with Rehatch Designs. Hope everybody's doing well. Today I am going to be doing a flip-flop journal, and I'm going to do it a super easy way that I think everybody can understand and talk about ways to adapt it, etc. I'm even going to show you how to put your papers in the signatures and how to cover it and decorate it, and hopefully we'll get most everything done in this one video. So today is my What's on My Desk Wednesday, and I have all these printouts. I don't have that many left because I've used a lot of them, but I have printouts and papers and things like that that I have not used that I want to use, and I thought that'd be a great way to use it up and also go through a process of learning how to do something new, and I thought maybe you guys might want to do it too. There are other videos out there and I think they're all pretty good. Mine's going to be a little different. I think it's going to be a little bit more straightforward, a little bit easier. Of course, I haven't seen them all, so I don't know. Some of them I've seen I thought were a little confusing, and not that I couldn't figure it out, but it was just I think there's an easier way to do it if it's your first time, so it's not so confusing, because I know I have a lot of beginner people that watch my channel, and I thought maybe this would be good for them. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have 4 envelopes, and these happen to be the same size. They don't have to be. You definitely can use junk mail. You can do anything. Like this is a different size. I think it'd be fine to do that if you would like to do that. I don't see anything wrong with that. In fact, I might show you at the end how we can add that into it. In fact, we could add it. I think that would look good. Okay, well, I'll show you how to do that. So anyway, I have 4 larger envelopes. Mine happen to be these are what, 9.5 by almost 4. So I have 4 of those. I have a smaller one that is 3.5 by 6.5, and then I have this other one that is, it's a little bit smaller. It is 8 3/4 by 3 3/4. So it can be anything that you come up with. It doesn't really matter. So anyway, I am going to just do a very basic start of it, and then we'll add a few things to it, and we'll just discuss that. So these are basically going to be the base of your journal. Okay, so this is going to be what you adhere your papers to make your journal. It's not necessarily like the cover or the pages. This is just the base. Okay, I'm going to do some things to reinforce it and show you that part of it too, because I think that's important. So the big thing is we're going to start out with 1 envelope, and I have, this is the the tape kind, and we're going to use that and some glue. All right, and I am just going to take my glue stick. I have a really good glue stick, so I feel confident that it'll work. I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off too, and we'll use both. And I'm going to put that on there. All right, and so I am going to attach this to my envelope right at the crease. I'm going to leave a tiny little gap, so you don't want to do it right on the fold. You want to do it a little bit out, just a tiny bit. I don't know if it's even measurable, just a smidgen is what I call it. And that's so that it will bend, because if you do it too close, it won't do that. And that's one reason why I like using the glue stick. Okay, that's off a little bit, so we're going to try it again. Move it down a little bit. I can't really bend my head over it because then I can't, then you guys won't be able to see. All right, that's better. Is that good there? It looks a little crooked. There we go. There we go. All right. So that is your first little part of this. Oh, see, I did it again. I got it straight, but I got it too far. That's what I was talking about. You have to have a little gap, otherwise it will not close. Okay, it doesn't matter if it ripped a little because we're going to cover all that up. Okay, that's good right there, I think. All right, so that's the first one, and that's not going to matter. Okay, so that is part one. And then what we're going to do is we're going to add this portion, not to the tape side, but to this side, okay? And we're going to take that off. Again, I'm going to put my glue stick again. Oh, this one's almost empty. Let's go back to this one. So, you can open it up and do it that way, but I actually, I think this is a little bit easier to understand and to do. And it, okay. Here, I'm going to have to do it kind of sideways because I'm too far away to see the line. And I don't want to get over the line again, so. The glue stick moves pretty good, but the little, you know, the tape doesn't give you much. Okay, so there's that one. So that's all we've done so far, okay? So let's see, that is going to go like that. And then 1, 2, yeah, okay. So then this one is going to go sideways. That might be a little bit too close. All right, I think that's good. All right, does that work? Yeah, okay. So we got that. All right, now this is where I do it a little bit different. My shorter envelope that I have, okay, on the back, I like to put it here so that, well, you'll see why. If I put the shorter one there, it's going to look a little different than them all being the same size, okay? So I'm going to put this one over here, and it could go either way. It could go this way or it could go the other way. It doesn't really matter. I like to put it this way in case I want to add something to this flap. So, and you'll see why in a minute. So I'm going to do that. So we have 3 or 4 envelopes that are bigger like this, and then I have one that's a little bit smaller. And this is totally to taste, guys. You could put another one of these envelopes in there if you wanted to. You don't have to do one smaller, but I like how it looks. And I'm not going to do it in the middle. I'm going to kind of do it, well, maybe I will. I'll do the other one, not in the middle. And again, you don't want to do it right on the crease. I wish I could see this better, but I really can't. I have to kind of move it closer to me so I can see what I'm doing. Okay, I think that turned out good. Okay. And we're not using the what do you call it, the window. So, all right. So that should be, yeah. Okay. All right. Now, let me show you how this turned out. You're going to end up with one that goes like this, like that, like this, and then this shorter one in the front, okay? And so what that does is that gives you a shorter envelope. You can have that in your front like that. This is the, we're going to add another one in a minute, okay? So in the front, 1, 2, okay, and then you're going to have one there and have one there. Okay, so you end up with this, okay? You're going to have basically a spot here, a spot here, a spot here, a spot here. So you'll have 4 places that you can put journal pages, okay? Now, you can make either this the front or you can make this the front, and depending upon the look that you want, this is where the shorter envelope comes in. You can take that and put it on the front right here, okay, and have it fold out that way. Or if you wanted to, you could have, or you still can do it, put it this way and have it fold that way, okay? See, this is where we put the first envelope, okay? So this is what we have. All right, we can put that here. You can either put it here and have this flap out that way, or you can put it over here. Because mind you guys, we're not really using the envelope part of it unless you want to, and then that brings us into a whole nother thing. I'm going to put it to where it opens this way, okay? So it's going to open like that, all right? And you could actually put pages in here if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. And all I'm going to do on that is I'm just going to put some glue stick. And we're going to be covering this and using other glue. So if you have a good glue stick, you can do it with a glue stick. And on this one, I think I'm going to go kind of, I don't really want to go quite in the middle. I want to go right here. Again, we're in the same situation where you don't want to get it right on that crease because then it will not fold. That's too crooked. Okay, I better do it this way. I think I can tell that way better. Okay. There we go. All right, I think that'll be good. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, nope, it still didn't work. Just down a tiny bit. I'm only moving it over just the smallest amount, so if I'm off a little, it doesn't work. There we go. There we go, there we go. That's probably good. All right, so that does that. So this is what we're going to end up with. We're going to end up with this going that way. You have this here. That is where your journal pages are going to go. Here's some more journal pages, right? This is the back, okay? And you could actually, if you wanted to, take another smaller envelope and put another smaller envelope right here, okay? And have that as another flap or a flip, okay? I mean, that's up to you if you want one on both sides, okay? You don't have to put another smaller one down there, and I'm not going to, but that is how it would work, okay? And you don't have to put that on. That's just an extra layer, okay? Now here's the other thing you need to think about is you can actually have these pockets in it if you want to. I've seen other ones where they open this up so they use less envelopes. You can do that if you want, but the ones that are sitting out like this, there's 2 pockets like that. I'm going to leave them as pockets. I'm going to cover that and you'll see. Okay, so anyway, from that point on, what I kind of want to show you is take those out. how you would cover this up, because I think that that's a part that maybe people aren't getting. I have different papers here, and they're just a mix of extra papers from different artists that I had. And I have some that are printed on cardstock and some that are printed on what do you call it, on just, I think all of this is on, what kind of paper is this? I don't know. Different papers, lighter weight papers, like copy. Well, I don't think, they're all parchment paper. And I've got a smaller one here. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I am going to cover these, and I am going to use the cardstock to, I think I had some other stuff over here too. Yeah, I do. Got a few pieces of other paper. I'm going to use the cardstock just to cover this with. I think I'm going to use that. So what I'm going to do is try and figure out, I might put this on the front, I think, because I really like it. Or I could put that. And I just kind of want to start the process so that you can understand what we're doing here, because I think it's important to get that part, the options that you have. And I know this is too big, but so, and I'm putting the cardstock on the front just because of the fact that I want it to be, you know, a little bit sturdier. You know what? That's not going to be wide enough, I don't think. I may have to use one of the other ones. Let's see here. Yeah, we'll just use that. Yeah, I'll use that. And I don't know where I got this from. It might be an Artemis freebie. I'm not positive. And I have other papers that I could definitely print off, but I really am trying to use my stuff. I think I'll use that. I'll go this way. And I am just going to be gluing this on. And then I'll trim it. I'll be using my art glitter glue if I didn't drop it already on the ground. So we are going to do that. And this is technically what I'm considering the front, but there's really two fronts to it, so. All right. I always put too much, but oh well. I like my glue. I need my little spreader so that my finger doesn't get all sticky. There we go. That's my little finger. All right. Let's see. And I know I cut that crooked, but that's okay. We'll just try and cut it straight. You could tear it if you want that look. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And, you know, I'll ink all this up later, too, so it's not going to have to be absolutely perfect. Boy, did I cut that crooked. Okay. I'm going to just overlap it, and then I'll cut it. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and trim that while it's on here. I'm not doing any measuring, so I'm not in the mood to measure. Now, the thing is on these, because you're using envelopes, you have lots and lots of options of adding pockets. So you can add pockets anywhere there's an envelope. You can add a pocket on top, you can add a pocket on the side. All right, so there's that. And I will add other things to it later, but that's the beginning. Okay, let's see what if this will fit on the other side. Almost. A little bit small. Let's see how small it is. It's hard to tell because you've got all these other pieces in there. And I'm going to glue this shut because I'm not going to use it. I might use it as a pocket later, but I don't think so. I would cut that, but I don't think I'm going to use it as a pocket. I could do that. I do it like that. Oh, I could do this. I have that. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. All right, I'm going to cut this. This time I'm going to try and cut it a little bit more straight. You know, I'm just not a good cutter. I could put this in my machine, but my little cutting thing, but I'm too lazy. All right. So this is what we're considering the front, but we still have this little envelope here that we're going to decorate too. So I haven't done anything with that. I got to trim the side so that can work. I cut it too wide. It's go in without cutting my envelope would be good. There we go. So that has to go there. Oop, what happened? Okay, sticking to the other one. All right. So anyway, I'm going to do that in a minute. But this is our back piece. That is technically our back. So that is going to go... should we go that way? I might actually cut this in machine, so I think I'm making myself more work by not measuring and cutting. I usually do that. Okay, so that's going to go... Oh, come on, pencil. Right here. And, okay. So, ultimately, you can use, you know, you don't have to use, cardstock, but I just think it gives it a little bit more sturdiness. Okay. So I'm going to glue that on and then I'll cut it. So this is technically our back. But by putting a smaller envelope instead of the same size, what you're doing is, I went and got that out and I didn't even, what you're doing is you're just adding some, you know, just another layer, just another dimension. And as I said, you could add a whole nother smaller envelope, but I think this is good. Okay. And that is that one, and I just got to cut here. Let's see. Do it that way. All right. So that is that. And then I have this piece up here. And on that, I don't know. I think I'm going to put, maybe that'll fit. Oh, good. It'll fit. Oh, good. It'll fit. It'll fit. It'll fit. How far down is that going to go? Oh, I think that's good. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put that on there. Oh, that worked out really, because you wouldn't have really seen it on the other one. So basically all you do is go in and you cover all of these pieces. Okay, so that has to go right here. All right. Yeah. Okay. And now I'm going to just trim this up a little bit. Now here's the thing, guys. If you wanted to, you could open this up and make it a double, like it could come out and add something to that if you wanted to. I mean, you could flip and flop all over the place because you have so many options when you're using envelopes. On this, I'm going to just probably use, well, I don't know, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just use this. I have this scrap piece of paper here, so I will just put that in there. And these kind of coordinate as to they're all like, you know, pinks and stuff like that. So I just thought, well, I already have them printed out. And that's kind of what's on my desk thing. It's not literally what's on my desk, but it's stuff, you know, that is not hard to find, basically. This is close to my desk, let's put it that way. You know, just it's kind of using up your stuff, really. Okay, I am marking where I want to cut this, and I think I'll use my little cutter for that. So, yeah, let's go like right here. And then right. Okay, and then the thing is, we have a choice on this too. And you're going to quickly see why I'm talking about all the pockets you could have. You could make a pocket right here, and I think I might do that. I might do that. Let's see. Would that be small enough? I think it would be. Okay. So if you make this a pocket, see how this is open right here? In order for it to be open, I'm not making a pocket here, I'm making a pocket on the end. So I can only put glue right here. And I know there's a lot of people out there that already know all this, but, you know, like I said, I have a lot of new people, so even with the cutter I cut crooked. Let me do that a little bit. Okay. Let me see. I don't know. I can't cut straight ever. It's not that bad, but still. I think when I'm using the cutter, I can cut straight. Okay. So now I'm going to put that on. Again, you don't want to go over too far. And don't worry about all these parts in here, because we can cover that up later. Go down just a tiny bit. You don't have a lot of time to work with our glitter glue, so. Okay, so that's covering that up, all right? And if I slice this open here, make sure it's still open and I didn't accidentally, when I move the glue it shut. Because if I did, then I guess we'll leave it shut. No, I didn't. But there is some glue in there. I can feel it. No, there isn't. There's something in there. Oh, I see what it is. The little tab part came off, and it is, so the glue's getting in there. Don't want that. We don't want that. We need it open. So I'm going to glue that down and give it a second. Okay. Make sure that glue stays on there, because I'm manhandling this envelope. Now if you wanted to, you could use cardstock on all of these other pieces, but I don't think you need it. because it will be pretty sturdy by the time you get done. I just like putting it on these outer pieces, and you know. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead. Hopefully I didn't glue that shut. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for a second before I mess with it. And on the back, we have this. Now, I told you on these outer pieces, I'm going to leave them envelopes. So that is going to take a smaller piece. I might be able to put that right there. I might do that just because I have it. Right? So, well, you know what? Why don't I just cut it one time? I'm going to measure. And let's see, we gotta go here. I don't know. Actually, do I want to leave that part, or do I want to go? I think I'm going to go all the way to the edge. Oh boy, it might be a little bit too small. I'm going to cut it and see how it looks, because I might go ahead and use it. I might use it. If I ink it up, I don't know, you know. It might look okay. We'll see. Because it is going to go. Yeah, I think that'll be okay. We'll just ink this part right here. And I think it'll be all right. I think it'll be okay. I'll just kind of split the difference, you know. All right, we'll do that. I'm going to go ahead and glue it down. Okay, so I'm going to leave this a pocket. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. If I'm leaving it a pocket, I don't want to put glue there, but you could just, you know, cover it. And that's the thing with, there's different ways of doing it, and if you do it to where you open up the envelope, then you don't have the option of making that a pocket, which is fine, you know, but I think I'm going to go. Yeah, I'll just do that. I'm going to split the difference because it's barely the wrong size, and then that way I'll just ink all that up later, and then it'll look fine. It'll look fine. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Hopefully I'm not cutting the edge. Okay. All right. Oh, gosh. So what that did is that gave us a little side pocket right here. See, so put a little bit more glue on that corner. Okay, stay still. And I'm only using this cardstock just because I have it, but you could definitely just use paper right here, be fine. But this is going to give us a pocket right here. Okay, so like I said, you don't have to do that. Okay, we're going to go back to this one, and hopefully it's not glued shut. Nope. Okay, so we have a side pocket right there. So when this goes like this, all right, okay, that's going like that. Yeah. All right, that's going like that. Okay, when this goes like that, and we could do a pocket on top too. I don't know, maybe we might want to do that, because that could be cute to have a tag sticking out the top. Decisions. Okay, so if you want one on top, obviously you cut that part and not this part, okay? So, and then you have to glue this shut. So let's do that. Let's do one on top just so that you can see both ways of doing it. If you do one on top, then you want to leave the inside open like we did, but then you just want to glue this right here so that it has a pocket, okay? So we're just going to glue the edge right there. Just right there, okay? So we're going to do that, and that might make it a little stronger too. And so then the pocket part is going to be on top. So then you would just cut straight across here. Okay, and that's where your pocket would be. Now you can put a thumbnail or do whatever you want to do in there. So, or a notch or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I am going to try and cut it straight, though. I tell you that. Okay. Oh yeah, that made it worse. Okay. Just. All right. Well. What it is, it's so thick. Okay. You get the idea. So then you're going to have that there, so you'll have an opening on here. Okay, so that'll be up here. Let's see. Make sure that that's in there good. Okay, good. So you have an opening right here where you can put a tag. Leave that there. Make sure there's no glue getting where it's not supposed to be. So that goes there. And here's your back. Okay. And let's see. So we did that. Now we can do, we did the inside here. Okay, so we did that. We haven't done this. Now this has an opening here, and I'm just going to cover that up. Okay, so I am just going to take a paper and just go ahead and cover that up completely. Let's see here. Maybe I'll do that side. I'll do that side. All right. And then we're going to do from there. And we're going to go, let's see here. Yeah, right there. All right, so let's cut this one. And the thing is, guys, you can do this with scrapbook paper. You can do it with any kind of paper you want to use. It doesn't have to be, oh, I didn't do it at the right point. That's way over here. I think I looked at the wrong mark. I thought it was that. Okay. So I'm going to go down here. I better make sure, though. Let me make sure. I think I did it way too wide. Yeah. Okay. So let's go in a little bit. And then okay. So anyway, so then this one will go here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this thing up, and I'm not going to have a pocket. I could slit this open and have a pocket, but I'm not going to. I don't want a pocket on every one. So I'm going to take my envelope and I'm going to glue it shut, and then I'm going to go ahead and you can see how that kind of makes these pages sturdy. I think that's why some people open up their envelope and do it that way. But if you're only using a lightweight paper, I don't think it would make it too bulky. I really don't. I think it would be fine. I guess it depends on what you put in it, but okay, so I'm going to do that. So that was that page. Okay, so far we've got that, we've got this, we've got that. This can cover another page at some point. So basically that is all you do. Let's put this back here so that it would Let's see here. I could use the other side. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I am going to stop the camera, and I am going to go ahead and cut my other pieces out, and before I glue them in, I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the pages and doing that. Okay, so I'll be right back. All right, so now what we're going to do, guys, we've got my pieces cut. So we've already done that, and we're going to have a top pocket up here. Okay, we've done this, no pocket. I'm going to probably put a pocket on this, but I will do that later. This I can make a pocket. Okay, so that could be a pocket right there. So let's see. If we want to make it a side pocket, then we just do our glue here. And don't put glue here. You don't want to glue this part right here. So we're going to do that. And this is a very plain paper, but I thought it could be like you could write on it also. And you're going to have your journal in here, so you'll have lots of writing room, but I wanted to put just a couple of plainer pieces in there. So that will go, oh, don't squish out, come on. Okay, there we go. Make sure I get that down good. There we go. So now you have a pocket, a little side tuck right here. And on this one, I don't want to tuck like in the middle right there because your journal is going to go there. So I want to just cover that up. I don't know if I want to put that one there. Let me see what other options I have. I could put one of these too. I don't know. I think I like that better. Let me see what I have on the next one. I have that and that. So I think I will put that there. Or I could put that one there. Yeah, I'll just put that one. Okay, so this one I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to have it as a pocket. So I'm going to go ahead and go like that. So pretty much I think you only want to have the ones that are a pocket that are on the outside, because otherwise you have to go on the inside to get your pocket. But you could make it a top pocket, but I don't really like to do that on a tall journal like this, because then you've got to have a tag that long, so you know. Alright, so we did that. This is one we already did, and see that was an outer one, so we had a pocket there. And then now we're on the other side. So this is our other journal, and we got to make sure, okay, we got that there, got that there, then we have this there, and then here's the thing, you turn it over and there's your other part of the journal. Okay, so you go like this. This is, oop, my pieces are falling out. Oh well, I'll just have to figure out where they went. Okay, so this is how you're gonna have your journal portion in here and in here. Okay, and then when you turn it over, you're going to have a journal here and then here. Okay, so you want to have your papers. I don't know what I decided I was going to do. I don't remember. Okay, I'm just going to put you there because I want to see how that looks with that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then maybe put this there. And then maybe put, okay, that there. And then maybe put that there. Okay, that looks good. All right, so that's how we're going to do it. Oh, we can't have two of those. So that goes there. And that goes there. Okay, good. All right. Oh, that was the back. That's why I did that. Oh, got it. They're the same. Okay, there we go. Is that not wide enough? Yeah, I may have to put that there and then that there. Okay, so we're not putting any pockets on this side because you really can't. So on your other side, you're just going to cover them. So that makes it nice and easy. Now that one I'm going to have to cut down to be the right size. But get that on there straight. Oh, it's crooked. Just a tiny bit that way. There we go. And again, I am going to ink around this, so let's do the other pages and then I'll come back and do that one. That's going to go right there. And I'm doing this quick because I want to show you. And I am going to just kind of give you an idea of how the signatures go in. You sew it in just like you would any other signature. You can do a 5-hole, you can do a 3-hole, you can do a 3-hole on this and it would work. Just depends on where, if you're putting a lot of papers up and down, you may want to do a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. But I am not going to do that part today. I'm just showing you this part. But I will show you where your signatures go again, just so that you understand. Okay, the concept, and I will show you the end result. So, and what kind of papers you need. Okay, so that's that. All right. So now we got to do this one. And I wanted to put that in there, but I'm going to have to cut it down. Right. That needs more glue, obviously. I'll come back anywhere that I missed and get it. I just, as I said, I'm doing it quick, so. All right. I think I'm going to, I did this down here, so I'm going to have to cut that little flat part off right there. You don't want that on there. You don't need it, for sure. That's because of where I put the envelope, too, but I don't want it to be, you see what I'm talking about as far as the envelope being able to see that it has, it's, you know, it's a different size. I guess we could have put it down a little bit lower so it'd be more obvious, but I think it looks cool, it not being, you know, the same. So now we just have to do this one, and I'm going to go ahead and just glue it and then trim it. I think that would be the easiest thing to do. So anyway, it's really pretty easy. If you have any questions, let me know, but I know I probably didn't explain it all that well, but I like to do it with the full envelopes. I don't like to open them up because I like having little side pockets. But if you do it, there's multiple ways you can do this, guys. So which way do I want it? I think I want it that way. Okay. So let me line up the top. Oh, come on. I know. I got it in there reasonably straight. There we go. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm just going to trim this a little bit. Yeah, looks pretty good. So anyway, if you do it with the full envelope and not unfold the envelope and do it, because I think there's some where you open up the envelope, but I don't know. To me, that's a little bit more confusing, and also you don't get the pockets, but there's like, you could do this so many different ways. As I said, you could add another whole small envelope which I might do, but I didn't want to do that for the video. You could do another one right here like that, you know. And honestly, the only page that's directional is this one. So you could flip this any way you wanted to. That's another thing you might want to think about when you're doing this. You know, is not having anything real directional so that you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, so, but that would go, you would had to have done this while you were covering this. Like, see, this would have to go in here. Here, I'll just show you real quick. Oh, hopefully I won't rip this. I don't want to rip it. I like this piece. Don't rip, don't rip, don't rip. Okay. It's not all the way dry, so I think we can do it. Yeah, I think I can get it that far, so I'll just have to cut this a little bit. So basically what you would do is you would put this right there like that, and then you would have another envelope on that side, and that would go like that, okay? And so you'd have that on that side. So that's really what you would do, just to give it more, even more. You see what I'm saying? That would go like that. That would still stay like that. Everything else is going to stay the same, all right? So that's how you would do it. Now I want to show you really quick again where the where your papers go, because I think that's important that you not get that part confused. You have to think of this as like, here, I'll just use this so it's not confusing. And you can put the same kind of different papers that you would put in any journal. So here's, let's just say this is your front, okay? You're going to open it up. Technically, you could put papers in here. You could put a signature in here if you wanted to, okay? I wouldn't, but okay. So here you would have, just pretend this is your signature, okay? So that is where you would have is your first signature right there, okay? You have all different kinds of papers in there, whatever you want. You know, just, you're going to put it in there just like any other signature, right? So let's just say you do that. Okay. You can have all your papers in there. So there you go, right? So there's your first signature, okay? So you're going to open your journal. And as I said, you could technically put papers there, okay? And here you go. Here's your, this is your journal. You could put a pocket right there. I'm going to personally put pockets on some of these pages. But this is your first signature, okay? Now you open that up, right? Now here, because we did the full thing, you have a pocket right here. You have a side pocket. So you can put a tag, you can put whatever you want to put in there, okay? And then, so that is your first signature. I'm going to take some of these papers out, right? And then you open it up over here, and this is where you put another signature, okay? So there's that one, all right? So then, let me take these papers out. So I have some to show you. Then, after you've done your other two signatures, this is the back. Remember, we added this extra piece of paper. And that this, again, you could open this up all the way and make a little, here, I'll just do it just to show you. You could take this, hopefully I can cut this straight. This is really just to show you. I don't know if I'm going to do that or not, but I just want to show you your options here and how easy it is to change this up. Okay, so if you wanted to, right, we're going to put this here. So this is my other flippy floppy like we have in the front, but I could add paper on this, okay? If I have one here, let me see if I have one that we can use. I don't think I have any more paper. Okay, like this one, I could add this paper, you know, on here and just have a fold out little writing space, and then I could decorate this then on this side and then on this side. So there you go. So that gives you like a whole nother thing that you added on. Okay, so anyway, you would open it up at that point. Remember, this is what we did before. So this is the back. So you have a signature here, then you open it again and you're going to have another signature here, and that's it. Okay, and there you are at the front. And then this is where you would, here, I'm just going to divide them up so you can, I don't have enough papers to show you. I have to show you individually. All right, let's put that in there. Put that in there. Put this in there. And put that in there. And like, see, this is what I'm saying. You could put papers in there even, right? You could do that. You could do that. Okay, so you open it up. You could have papers in there if you want. You open it up. Here's a signature there. Here is a signature here. Okay. You've got a pocket over there. Oh, I didn't show you this. You've got a pocket over here. Let's do it again. All right, front. You could have a signature there. Pages if you want. Here is your front thing. Here is a signature. You know, lots of pages in there. Let's just pretend. Every time I say there's a signature, you have multiple pages, okay? Then you also have a side pocket right there, so you could put anything you want in there, okay? And then you turn it over and you've got another signature, multiple pages, okay? And you've got another pocket. Then this is the back, okay? And this could be, like I said, multiple pages, you know, a page here, a page there. You would cover this whole thing. This whole thing would be covered, okay? So it wouldn't be like, you know, it'd be open. But then, and this would be covered here, like that, okay? And open it up. And you've got a signature here. Now you're not going to have any pockets over here, okay? You could technically have a pocket here if you wanted to, but if you do this little flappy thing, you really can't, okay? So, do it again. Here's your back. Here's your signature. Open it up. Here's your signature. And you're back to the front. That's it, okay? So, hopefully that explains it. I don't really know that it's that difficult, and like I said, you can add other things to it. It gets full pretty fast because you are, you know, going to be adding 1, 2, you know, technically 4 signatures, but the deal is because they're not, all the pages are not going in just one spine, so I would add like 5 pages to each one. Personally, I think is a good amount. And you'll have a very chunky journal, especially if you put embellishments and stuff in it. So that's it, guys. That's my take on the flip-flop journal, and I hope that helped. It may have hurt, I don't know. And I will show you the finished product. Like I said, I'm just using leftover things. And next week we're going to do something kind of interesting, I think, using books and magazines. So, all right, we'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye.